Dude. You know what? I'm still right here. I'm still keeping faith, dude. I'm being patient because this is masterful. All right, check this out though, right? Oh! Look who just broke out of literally all-time highs. Sunday morning, dude. Cosmos. This is one of the ones I hold. It's just like, oh, this is great. Let's look at Algorand, dude. Oh, kid. So, well, there you go, dude. This is Axie Infinity. I mean, this is insanity, right? This is pure insanity. This is what we can be looking for in other coins. I'm going to argue that Solana is not done. Now, I'm not going to buy Solana up here, but I'm watching Solana very, very closely to see where it turns the corner. I definitely don't think 215 is the top for Solana, but this is going to be a good indicator of what we can expect from our other relatively high market cap coins, because now Solana is like in the top 10 market cap coins. But let's look at what Bitcoin's doing. It's honestly, it's good, dude, because this is setting up for some volatility. Like I see something kind of like this maybe playing out. You know, like something like maybe like one of these, right? Classic. That's the most classic ever. And you know where I see that? I see that in OMG. It's that shape, right? Like that kind of shape. And I think Bitcoin setting up for this type of volatility, that is your like W for like, wow, kid. Literally, that's a good sign. That's a really good sign. At the same time that we see Cosmos like just huge volatility on the 4-hour chart, just like absurd, making people lose their minds. Like, oh, it's all the way down to $17. Well, look at it now. You know, this volatility is what causes that epicness, the swing of epicness. Like, if you're gonna have the epic pump above 100K or even close to 100K, we better be starting to see some volatility kind of soon. So when this sell-off happened, it kind of excited me because I started to picture, okay, kid, yes. Okay, I want to talk about what the hell is actually going on in crypto and how it fits into the rest of the world narrative, and it's going to tie in deeply to SNX. I hold a lot of SNX. I really think this is going to be a majorly important technology in this next phase of reality. Okay, so what is SNX actually? This is a platform that allows people to tokenize their possessions to put up as collateral to get cash to do what they need to do, buy rent, buy food, or buy more crypto, you know, like whatever it is. So SNX is basically creating a situation where, you know, people who couldn't maybe buy a car or a house or something like that, they can put up their freaking bike and literally get a loan against their bike because they'll tokenize their bike on the SNX blockchain. And then you have things like TRB, these Oracle coins that work on these different tokenizing blockchains to determine how much money a person can theoretically get for tokenizing their bike, right? So it's all about how much liquidity is in the liquidity pool, like how much can we actually loan out based on how much is available, right? So that's what the Oracle coins do. They take in all of this information and they can determine interest rates. Those interest rates are determined based on how much liquidity there is, how many people are borrowing at a given time. So this is hugely radical compared to what we have right now. We literally have Janet Yellen and Jerome Powell basically like arbitrarily choosing interest rates essentially because there's an infinite supply of liquidity. They can just keep printing their dollars, right? So they just keep printing their dollars. What are those interest rates based on? They're not based on available liquidity because there's infinite liquidity. So the whole thing of the digital property argument in crypto is just related to the fact that all of these coins are finite, right? There's only, you know, a maximum supply of 2,016,000 TRB tokens. I mean, that's what I mean by digital property. It's just finite. The price is going to go up, especially considering what is TRB going to do? TRB is going to determine the interest rates for things like SNX, which are lending money. SNX will lend money against something that you put up as tokenized collateral. And so you can tokenize literally anything you want, theoretically. Obviously your house, your boat, your car, whatever it is, and you can get loans against that. You can do anything you want with those loans. And part of the yield farming thing is you're buying more crypto with those loans, right? So if you get a loan against your boat and you're like a yield farmer, you use SNX to get a loan against your boat, you literally put that money into more crypto, and that's what yield farming is. So the other way of going about it is by borrowing against stable coins. Stable coins are also digital property. So you don't have a boat, but you have like $100,000 worth of USDC coins. Like, oh, great. Borrow against those. You can literally use BlockFi or Celsius to borrow against your stable coins. Your stable coins are digital property, and the price isn't going up and down. So, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty revolutionary, at least in terms of yield farming, because now you can borrow against something that's not volatile, right? Versus like, the original was like, let's borrow against Bitcoin because, why not? It's digital property. Bitcoin's insanely volatile, right? So that adds another layer of risk to borrowing against your crypto. But if you borrow against a stable coin, well, you get my point, kid. So, all right, so what are we going to do here? After the bull market is over, we're literally going to buy as many stable coins as we can. I mean, like, what else are you going to do? Are you going to leave, it all in volatile assets? I mean, you could. I personally, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put a lot of, probably 90% of my crypto on stable coins because I know I can earn 8% on those stable coins. I can also borrow against those stable coins, just like you could borrow against your house, on a home equity loan, or you can borrow against your digital property. Okay. So this is why stable coins are going to be a big thing. Last thing I want to point out is obviously the stock market and what it's doing. It's literally about to have its epic blow off top too. Like, look at these charts for AMC and GME. All right. These are my new, like, S&P 500 index. I'm looking at AMC and GME, and I'm looking at like, okay, these are creating these like epic bull flags. These are the daily charts. I'm way zoomed out here. Like, these look pretty bullish for a very impulsive move that won't be sustainable, right? That makes sense. That's what's going to happen at the end of crypto. It's going to be an impulsive move that's not going to be sustainable. So when I see the stars kind of aligning in the stock market as well with these, these meme stocks, it's setting up to have this epically dumb move. And I think that is going to be happening at around the same time that crypto has its move. And these two, GME, AMC are kind of like, they're sort of the grand finale of the bull market in stocks, right? So I think the ultimate endpoint for all the bullishness throughout stocks and crypto is going to happen at the same time. And I think it's going to happen this year. I think it's going to happen before the end of the year. And it's going to be epic. People are going to make a whole lot of money, but it's going to happen in a very short period of time. Because I think if we consider what's happening in the world right now and we look into 2022, there's a lot of reasons why we'll have bear markets in all financial markets. People are going to be coming to the dollar because they're going to need that liquidity, for different things. Anyway, kids. So get excited, dude. It's all happening right now. We're suspended in this moment in time before, like, literally everything changes, and it's pretty exciting. So, dude.